Hi there, I'm Sakings, creator of You're Never Alone in the Darkness, and in this video I will be showing you how I made my game come true. So, for the start, my game was made for Brackeys Game Jam 2022.2. Many of two. However, the funny thing is that I actually forgot about that jam. And when I remembered, it was the evening of the second day! Yeah, great start, that's for sure. Okay, so like most of Game Jam games, my games start with the theme and the idea. The theme was You're Never Alone. Can't see how this relates to the title of the game, but back to main topic. I started to talk with my friend. We discussed the Game Jam theme. He suggests the story-driven game about depression and overcoming. However, after I think for a little, I actually remembered the game idea I had a few weeks earlier. A horror game with almost zero graphics that is based on audio. And that was my basic idea. Now to work. So, many times before I made the whole game, I started with something smaller, just to try if my idea even have sense. So I started with the movement. Basically, it was like the first-person game, just you're blind. However, I thought that using mouse in blinding environments would feel a bit weird. So I make the controls where the player move forward and backward by using W and S, and rotate by pressing Q or E. Also, he can use A and D if he prefers. The controls work well enough, actually. So there I started to think about how I was going to make player blind. At first, I thought about using some camera settings, and then it just dawned on me. Yeah, you can just do that, and it worked perfectly. So, to finish my alpha demo, I coded some spheres that will be randomly moving and making stepping sounds. The goal of the demo game was to touch every sphere, and it was really cool. Also had a good feeling to it. So after I was sure that my idea is possible, I started making the actual game. So, the foundation was made. Now was the time for a few other things. Goal of the player, setting, and gameplay loop. Starting with player goal, I decided to not complicate it even more. So, the goal is really simple. The player is somewhere and needs to escape. When it comes to setting, I thought the best idea is to leave it to the player imagination. I wanted to make some hints about where the action take place. However, many things will be left for the player's own interpretation. The most important is the gameplay loop. In my opinion, to entertain the player, the games need to change their gameplay often. I decided to divide the games into floors. Each floor should have unique gameplay or some kind of mechanic that would make it stand out from other rooms. For the first floor, I started with the cutscene that tells player that he is blind and needs to go out of this place using his hearing abilities. The first thing players need to do is to answer the voice question. Where is the voice coming from? Right or left? Listen and answer my question. Okay, try to tell which side I am right now. Good, let's try again. Okay, so where am I now? Okay, I see your ears are not bad at all. We can move. I also use it to check if player headphones are good enough with the stereo sounds. Because if, for example, player would hear a voice from the middle, it means the games would be unplayable for him anyway. After that, the first floor tries to make player comfortable with the controls. The player quest is just to follow the snapping sound of his companion. Just try to follow. I will be making snapping sound like this, so it should be easier for you to track me. After a quick walk, he entered the elevator, which is at the end of each floor, and its checkpoint. I won't spoil the gameplay of each zone, but I can assure you that all of them are pretty unique from another, with increasing difficulty. However, now I would like to tell you about something else than gameplay, and it's the story of the game. So, by the starting of this section, I need to warn you. If you think this game idea is cool, go play it and finish this video later. This game is not that long, it's from 30 minutes to hour, and you can play it in browser or download it if you want. However, if you don't care about spoilers or just finished the game already, let me tell you how I came up with the story. First, the foundation. In the spirit of the Game Jam theme, you're never alone, I wanted to make a companion for the player. Someone who will guide the player through the levels and provide him with some story hints. I also wanted to make something with a creepy mask that my friend made for me recently. That's how I came up with the Able Collectors, the title screen monsters that are left on the 4th explored floor. If you play the game, you probably should know that it was also the secret identity of your friend, who is helping us fight our trauma and gain our trust for enjoyment and to get player ables. Through the game, I tried to make some sudden hints like non-existing sounds of footsteps of our friends, and also suspiciously large knowledge of each floor that player companion had, and sometimes a little less sudden, like at the 4th floor when in the elevator all player thought, "Oh shit, he's gonna kill me right now, isn't he?" However, that time was just a little bait from me. And finally, at the last 8th floor, the big reveal is happening. The player isn't actually blind, he just had trauma that didn't allow him to open his eyes. Then the player had a kind of a secret choice. The companion asked him to open his eyes for this last time. Before you go, can you look at me this first and probably last time? Please. The hints to press the button pop up and silence begin. And from what I've seen, most players just press the button, seeing the true nature of their companion, also seeing this. Thank you for your cooperation, friend. However, there is actually a second ending. If player just stops himself from opening his eyes for about 20 seconds, then he's free and can go towards the light. Oh, I see. So you're figured out my true nature, have you? Yes, you're right about me. I guess you won't open them after all. That's fair, I guess. This time, you really can leave this place. Good luck, human. I guess time for the next one. To conclude my little story, first I will say I'm really proud of this project. I made game mostly in 4 days because I was almost 2 days late and I finished 24 hours before the jam so I can find most of the glitches. I think the result of the game is even better than I imagined at first. I'm not saying that this is the perfect game or that is even for everyone, but I felt like I done something that is really unique and fun. When it comes to jam result, they are still in the rating stage, so if you watch this video before 11 September 2022, there are still no final result. Will my game have a high place or even win? To be honest, I don't really think that's matter. The most important thing about game jams is to having fun and make some crazy idea without making them for half of year. And as long as you're proud of your game, or you even had fun making it, then I think it was really worth it. Hey, I work on this video a lot longer than I thought, but like the game, I think the effort was worth it. However, if you enjoy it, please like, subscribe to not miss the future video. It would really show me that someone actually watched it, having fun with it. Also, if you still didn't play the game, I recommend it. It's free, it's not long, and I think you had a great fun with it, especially if you like horror games. Goodbye, see you next time!